Okay, looking at 2.5, solving for a variable again. Two things we must always keep in mind. Always get variables on one side and numbers on the other. I say it all the time. I'm saying it again. Second, before moving anything, make sure you've combined like terms. We don't want to move numbers to one side if we haven't combined them yet. So let's look at what's new here. This time, we're going to need to make sure we apply the distributive property before we end up solving things. So let's apply it here. So I'm going to distribute the 3 through. That's going to give me 6n plus the number 12 equals, now what combines over here? N, and n, that's 3n plus 24. Now, so we've taken care of it. Can we put anything together? No, we've done all that. So now it's move the variables to one side, move the numbers to the other. So I always like to start, move the smaller variables. So I'm going to move the 3n off of the right-hand side. It'll move it over to the left-hand side. That'll leave us 3n's on this side plus the number 12 equals 0 plus 24 is 24. Now move the number. Well, you got all your variables to the left, so let's get your number, that 12, over to the right. It'll go away. I get 3n is equal to 12. How do we undo that multiplying? We undo the final step by dividing in this case. And n is 4. If I plug 4 in here and here and here and here for n, we'll see the two sides are equal. The next problem, well, we see that we're going to need to distribute the 5 through to each piece and then the 3 through. So let's distribute the 5 through. That gives me 10n plus 20 is equal to 3 distributed through. That's 6n plus 12. Can we combine anything? No, everything's fine. You got a variable number equals variable and a number. So now let's move the variables all to one side. Who should we move, 10n or 6n? I'm going to move my 6n because it's just smaller, and that's what I like to do. That gives us 4n plus the number 20 equals 0 plus 12 is the number 12. So now who needs to move? Well, you got all your variables to the left side, so get your numbers to the right. So I need to move this number that's on the left over to the right. So I'll subtract 20 to do that. Leaves me 4n, that goes away, equals -8. Now, how do I undo that multiplying by 4? The final step, I'm going to divide by 4. n equals -8 divided by +4 is a -2. Okay, we have all this stuff here. So let's distribute our 2 through. So it's going to be 2n minus 6 plus 3n plus 4 equals, distribute our 3 through, 3n plus 3 plus 11. So should we start moving pieces? No, we should not. What we need to do is put things together because you have a variable here, a number, a variable, and a number. So those variables can go together before they need to be moved. 2n and 3n is 5n. Lose 6, gain 4, you've lost 2. Over here, who can go together? Well, there's nobody with the variable, but the 3 and the 11 can go together to give you 14. So now I'm going to go ahead and move the variables. Let's see, I have 5n on the left, 3n on the right, so let's move the 3n. Gives me 2n, take away 2 equals 0 plus 14 is 14. So all your variables in this case are to the left, so let's move this number over to the right so that the variable will be by itself and then all my numbers will be by themselves. 16, how do we get rid of multiplying by 2? Divide by 2, and that will then give us, goes away, n equals 8. And that's how we do these.